It's been a while, so let's see. Since the last time I made a video, depression hit like a motherfucker. I'm on my way up, so that's the good news. I don't know if I talked about this in my last video. I have a new car. It's a 2019 Ford Fiesta. Me and my baby love it. You might hear, she always says, like, if we're doing a video in the car, you might hear her start yelling, "I love this new car," because she loves our new car. Really, I'm in a good place in my life. Lost people, probably gonna lose more people along the way because I'm about to start my spiritual journey, and I'm just like ready for a new phase of my life. Ready to move on and see what the universe and my ancestors have planned for me. And that's pretty much about it. And if you're new to my channel, I'm Jess. Jessica, because most of you people are my friends or family members, so y'all already know who I am. But I'm a hot mess, and so this channel is going to be dedicated to people like me who are a hot mess, but it's also dedicated to the people who are on their first or their second awakening. If you're like me, the first time you did not know what you were doing. I did not know what I was doing. I just shit it out. That still makes me sleep with the lights on because I'm that fucking scared. Because I didn't know. Protect myself. I'm not. We're not going to talk about that. Okay? I listen to people talking about staring in the mirror. I did that. That's the reason I sleep with the lights on. That and the Shadow Man and his demon dog. Those are the reasons I sleep with my light on. Because that day, I don't know. I was petrified. Because I could not move. But I felt like I could see this figure. And that has nothing to do with that. This channel's for you also. And if you watch TikTok, and TikTok told you you have ADHD, but you want to be spiritual, this channel's probably going to be for you too. And if you're new, and you're just tired of people telling you how they got to where they are, talking to their spirit guides, and their ancestors and the gods, but they don't tell you how they got there, this channel's for you. This channel is for the people who want to start on their spiritual journey. They're moms. They don't have to be moms, but I'm a mom, so this is going to have mom content. But it's also for people who just want to start and they just don't know where to start. Like, right now, the only thing I really do the spiritual is, like, I do some money spells because they work for me. Like little simple stuff that I've learned along the way, like cinnamon on my dollars. I see TikTok washing my hands with salt at the beginning of the month. That's been working for me. Burning my ancestor money on my altar for my grandma or my ancestors. But I only personally work like when I ask questions to my tarot cards, because I don't do tarot readings. I only do tarot cards for myself, for me, because I don't believe what these readers are saying. Once you start talking about love and twin flames, like, I don't want to watch your tarot no more, because my life is not about love and twin flames. I'm a whole human outside of another person, okay? And I want to know what's going on with me. I don't really care. Love will find me when it finds me. And I have an altar that I don't want to show people my altar, but I'll show you. Like, I can tell you that if you live in an apartment with a kid and you don't want your kid touching your altar, the best thing I did was buy those floating shelves that you hang up on your wall with the little three. I think I paid $12 for it at the Family Dollar or the Dollar General, one of those two, because they're both down the street from my house. And my first shelf, which I made it with the longest, mine go the longest, the medium, and the short, because the top one is where I put my grandma and my granddad's wedding photo and my grandma's sister, because those are the only people that I knew in life that passed that I know will protect me. So I had another ancestor up there, and the crazy thing is, this ancestor wanted to see me bad, but in life she loved me to death, and it hurt my heart to take her off my altar, bruh. But the day that I had a fit because I was going through a really bad depression and I knocked all the pictures off my altar and only her picture frame broke, and then my life started getting better because I had seen TikToks like, everybody on your altar don't mean you no good. And I was like, the fuck ever. The fuck ever. I mean, like, to be honest, I'm gonna tell you, the ancestor was my grandma, like my dad's mom. But like my dad always was telling me how she was a bad mom, and I'm like, well, that's not the grandma I knew. And they were like, I seen the TikTok, and they were like, it could even be your own grandparents, like, because grandparents don't treat their grandkids the same way they treat everybody else. They love on them. And then so one day I was in the middle of a depression, like at the bottom, having a fucking fit. Go in there on my altar, knocked everything off my altar. The only thing that broke off my altar, like, mind you, my altar sits up like, you see my picture up there? My altar sits up on the wall like that, okay? Everything falls off this altar. Nobody else that was up on my altar's picture frame broke but my grandma's. And I threw it in the trash, and I swear fucking God, ever since then, like, the money came in, and it blew my mind to think that they be telling the truth when they say there's ancestors that are jealous of you. And they will block you. Like, I had to learn that on my own. Like, that's shit that they don't tell you on the spiritual, like, when you begin your spirituality. Sometimes all your ancestors are not for you. And that hurt my heart, because I loved my granny in life. But damn, you was jealous of me in death, and she had to go. So now I only have 3 ancestors up there, and that's my first shelf. And I have some crystals up there, and I have an ankh, and my honey jar I made with money in it. This probably, I don't know if it works, but it's probably time to make a new one, because it's been sitting up there for months, and I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how to get rid of it, so I just leave it up there because I don't want to disrespect whatever they're doing for me. So that's my first layer. Then on my second layer, that's where I do, like, I have my water. I be putting water. Right now, I'm giving my granny that gin. I tell you what they don't like. My ancestors didn't drink dark liquor, obviously, because nobody in my family drinks dark liquor, so I'm not surprised. But I put whiskey up there because the spiritual person told me to do that. They put mold in that shit in 2 days. 2 days. I knew they didn't want that shit. I didn't put that shit up there no fucking more. I only put vodka and gin up there now. They didn't like nothing else. That rum, they didn't care for that. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta, it's a trial and error. Nobody tell you that. They all act like you just know it from the gate. Nobody tells you that this shit is trial and error. And then I bought on Amazon like a little cauldron. So like my grandma smoked cigarettes in life. So I'll light a cigarette. I used to smoke, but I don't smoke anymore. So I'll light her cigarette. I don't inhale it, and I'll blow the smoke on her picture. And then I'll put it in the cauldron, and I'll let it burn for her offering. And sometimes I make her tea because she did used to like this tea, and I bought it. My granddad likes coffee, but I don't drink coffee, so he never drinks the coffee off of the altar because I don't make it right. I know I'm not making it right. I don't know what to do. I don't drink coffee. Okay. And then I have my, I just bought these. In life, my grandma always had rose bushes. She had roses next to the house when we grew up, and she had roses next to her beauty shop that she took care of both of these. It's like 2 rose bushes. So I bought her some roses this week and put them up on her altar. And she used to always eat Good Bars and Pepsi, so I put that up there. Yeah, I be trying to feed them. They don't like my cooking. And you know how they tell me? To my 4-year-old. Because she forever be like, did you put something up on the altar? Because Gigi said it's nasty. And I'd be insulted because it do me nasty. But the fact that you're sitting a 4-year-old to tell me, that's the problem, okay? Then, so there's that. And then, like, my ancestors, I don't know, if you haven't done it, like, if your mom or somebody in your family is doing an ancestry tree, like, and you don't know what ancestors to work with or any of your ancestors, like, my mom's been working on Ancestry.com for the fucking longest. So she's got back both of her sides of her grandparents, her parents, their parents, and their parents. That's as far as she got. I went a little bit farther because, like, when I found out that my granddad's mother was born a slave. She was born in 1861, and her father was the same slave owner's son who went to go fight in the Confederacy, came back home, became a lawyer and a judge in his hometown. I went to go visit because my mom used to live down in that area. They even have a street named after this family because that's how prominent they were. And he helped start the KKK. And I'm his descendant. My black ass. So, like, shit like that's interesting. I don't work with my white ancestors. I don't listen to white spiritualists. Because there's no way, like, you're not my white ancestor by choice. Certainly raped somebody in my family. She probably was not willing, so I'm not going to work with a rapist. And the white women, you probably were beating my ancestors for shit they couldn't control. So I don't work with my white ancestors. That shit's dead. I only work with my black ones. So, like, if you haven't been on Ancestry.com and, like, whoever doing your ancestry tree, just get on there. It's free for 2 weeks. And just write down the ancestors and start from there. That's what I'm about to do. So, I'm going to start September 1st. So, if you see this video and you want to subscribe or you follow me and you want to start doing this with me, I'm going to try my 31-day challenge again because it didn't work out in August. It did not work out in August, so I'm going to try again in September. That's the other part of spirituality. Nobody tells you that. You have to just keep trying till you get it right because your ego is a motherfucker, okay? My ego big too, so the days I don't record probably mean I had an ego death, okay? Because my ego huge, okay? I don't like to listen. I don't listen now. My spirit guides and ancestors already know I don't listen. But they're ready for me to start. Yeah, I'm going to say this. I don't care if white people follow me. My content's for black people. And black people only. So if I say something and you don't like it, and you comment down below, girl, you've been talking to yourself. Because I said what I said. And I get to say what I want to say because I spent first 18 years of my life in a predominantly white area. I was called a nigger by the time I was in the first grade by somebody that was my friend because her grown-ass mama used to just call me the N-word at home to tell her daughter and ask her was her little N friend gonna come play with her down the road. Yeah, so I really just don't like y'all. And don't come. It's not everybody, girl. In my head, it's all y'all. Even the ones who are allies. I don't believe in white allies. White people only do things that benefit them. But this is neither here or there. This is just, I'm just trying to describe, like, this is my life. Like, those are my beliefs. This is what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm making this video because my ancestors just told me to put this camera up and see if there's anybody out. I guess to find my soul tribe to see if there's anybody else out here just like me. Can't focus because you might have ADHD thanks to TikTok telling you that. But I'm not going to take medicine for it. So I don't want to be on Adderall or nothing like that. So we'll have to work through that. Disorganized. I'm trying to work on that. I don't like to clean. I'm working on that. I've been working on that, okay? Lately, I've been keeping my house up for 2 weeks. It means I'm getting out of my depression. I want to be, I do have the stuff to do spiritual baths. I don't do them as often. Yoni steams, all that. This channel is for you, girl, boy, them or they, he or her, him or she. This channel is free if you're black, on your spiritual journey, just beginning. If you got kids or if you don't have kids, we can do this together. This channel is for the people who want to start, not for the people who've already made it. Not to the people who can astral play. Because I can't even do that. Girl, how do you even get your butt? My question to the spiritual community is, you trying to tell me how to get to see the aliens and the other dimensions. Girl, can you tell me how to shut my brain off? While I'm trying to close my eyes for 5 minutes. Because I swear to God, 5 minutes of me with my eyes closed is a long time. Why don't we start there? I'll get to the other dimensions another day. Like, I need to see somebody tell me how to I start now. So if you're at that point in your spiritual journey, girls, boys, he, she's, and they, thems and stems and stays. This channel's for you. Because I don't care. This also is a channel. I don't whoop my daughter. This is a gentle parenting. So if you see my daughter doing something and you hear me talking to her, I'll probably get off because before I put my hands on her and get frustrated. But she's 4. She's gonna do what she wanna do. If you're one of them people that are gonna comment, I would whoop my child, good for you. I mean, I got my ass whooped constantly as a child. I don't know if the ass whoopings helped or not, but my daughter's pretty damn, she's good. I love her to death, and she's a fucking child. Children shouldn't get their ass whooped for being kids. It's on me to work on my patience. That's the other part of this channel. Nobody tells you how to heal your inner child. We can learn that together. This video is 15 minutes of me just trying to convince people on why they should join my channel. Because together, I feel like together, I'm gonna find my soul tribe. And there's people out here just like me. They're ready to start their spiritual journey and they just don't have anybody to go with. And if you're a Black woman, pause for a second. If you're a Black woman and you want to start your healing journey, I found these on Amazon. It's a Black owned company. This one is called Spiritual Self-Care, and it's for going on a spiritual journey for a year. And it's a workbook. See, it's a workbook. I had already started this in August, but I took August coming up a month. So this is one. This is Spiritual Self-Care, a self-care workbook. Same company. There's 3 of them. Spiritual Emotional self-care. So the emotional one, they're all for a year, and they're all workbooks. So I bought all 3 so I can make time to work on myself emotionally, spiritually, and make time for my self-care. So weekly check-in. It like the emotional one, they even have like little prompts so you can ask questions. And every week, it's a weekly planner. In the beginning, they just ask you questions for yourself and where you're at for your self-care. And then the emotional one, it's a workbook. There's 3 workbooks. And they're all Black owned, Black women. Found them on Amazon. I think all 3 of them together was like, they're less than $30 for all 3 of them. So this is what I'm going to use to help me go on my spiritual journey. If you want to join me on my spiritual journey starting September 1st, just get these books and we can work on these together. Yeah, it sounds like a plan, right? Please, I'm looking for people to go and start their spiritual journey with me and learn along the way.